We're here in the beautiful Golden State of California, in the city of San Francisco, where we find one of the most beautiful and surely the most photographed bridge in all the world, the Golden Gate Bridge. Let's go check it out. The Golden Gate Bridge is the iconic symbol of San Francisco. When it opened in 1937, it was the longest suspension bridge in all the world, connecting its main city to its upper peninsula. Considered as one of the great wonders of the modern world by the American Society of Civil Engineers. Aesthetically beautiful and structurally sound, it is San Francisco's pride and joy. The Golden Gate Bridge is also known as a dark and dreary dead-end road for so many people. It is the second most used suicide bridge in the world, claiming the lives of over 1,500 people in death throughout the years. In fact, it's on this very road that one of my beloved friends tried to take her life in death.
A cold, dark night.
She grew up in a very loving environment surrounded by life, but on the inside she was in a cage of emptiness and spiritual death. She had made many mistakes in the realm of her relationships, and because of her brokenness she was discarded like trash. The devil whispered lies into her ears saying that God doesn't love you, you're dirty, you're unworthy, you might as well end it all right now here. And so she drove to this bridge, intending to jump off to take her life. She was at the end of her road, and she felt like there was no way out.
Where is the love? Where is the God? Does it exist? 'Cause love came.
The God of grace came to her rescue. Love came down to bring restoration. On her way to the bridge, she received a phone call from a loved one that assured her that her life is still worth something, that no matter what happened in her past, she is still deeply loved. The good Lord was giving her a second chance in infinite love and mercy. In that defining moment, she realized that Christ was the Golden Gate, providing a way of escape from her depression and despair. She realized that His death on the cross, not hers on this bridge, was the solution to her sorrows. And so she accepted His way of escape and entered into the Golden Gate of His grace. So instead of jumping off this bridge, she crossed over. And as she crossed through this literal bridge, in reality, spiritually, she was crossing over from death into life, from sorrow into salvation, from fear into freedom. She made it through by the bridge of His love. And today she has hope and she has peace. You see, this story of redemption illustrates the reality that no matter how far we have fallen, love came down to bring restoration. I want you to know that there is a loving God that came all the way down from heaven to earth to meet us in our misery. He came to a world that was cut off by sin, a world that was committing spiritual suicide and determined disobedience, a world separated from the heavenly peninsula by a bay of brokenness. And God so loved this world that He came to build a bridge that all may enter freely without a toll and without a price, a bridge for all of humanity to pass from death into life. It is a bridge made of one cross and 3 nails. For one cross plus 3 nails equals forgiveness for all who will receive it. Now outwardly this bridge may look weak, but this wooden bridge is more structurally sound than the steel suspension bridge we stood upon earlier today. For on that wooden cross, suspended in midair, hung one who held the weight of the world in His hands, one who is strong enough to endure all the massive misery and the burden of brokenness that sin had brought upon the human race. And that man's name is Jesus. He's one that died so that we might live. Please don't let His death be in vain. Stay on the bridge. The devil may be telling you today that because of the sins of your past, that there's no hope for you and that you've gone too far, but friends, please stay on the bridge. Today you might find yourself drowning in a sea of sorrow due to a terrible accident, the loss of a loved one, a financial hardship, a deadly diagnosis, maybe the betrayal of a friend, the unfaithfulness of a spouse, the backstabbing of a brother, the rejection of a child, or the indifference of the church. But my friends, I plead with you, don't jump off the bridge. There is an answer to your problem and a solution to your sorrows. As Jesus hung upon the cross, he was tempted to come down, tempted to jump off of the bridge. But Jesus stayed on the bridge for you. It is his death, not yours, that is the way of escape. And because he stayed on the wooden bridge for you, today I encourage you to stay on the heavenly bridge with him. And if you do, soon you will experience the joy of entering into the heavenly golden gate to experience life forevermore. And by God's grace, I'll see you on the other side.